Welcome along, by the way. It is PJ and Jim's after show. Welcome along, and we're starting this podcast in trepidation on two fronts. Right, we've got a technological trepidation, don't we?
That's always the way it is. This pod, this place is it's very we got the best of gear, digital stuff on the screens and all, right? But then when it comes to filming things, let's face, we're not a fucking TV company, right? So there's we're trying to sellotape iPhones to walls there. I beg your pardon. Jim was trying to sellotape iPhones to walls. We got this on a tripod now, resting on a chair.
And it's not even on a chair. It's the legs are either side of the chair. It's kind of rammed into the leathery bit of a chair.
Yeah.
And we're hoping it stays up.
One leg hanging off it at the front. And so when I was pressing play, I was terrified I was going to press play and everything was going to fall to the ground. And
it's a slightly lower angle, so you might get to see up PJ's nose at any point during the course of this podcast as well.
There you go, yeah. That's everybody wants to see up there. The amount of hair coming down my nose. Jesus, I'm the oldest I've ever felt this week. The oldest I've ever felt.
Oh my God, really?
Wrong. I started this week with mouth ulcers, right? I don't know how you even get a mouth ulcer. I don't even know how, right?
Right.
And then I've looked in the mirror this morning. I've got a cold sore. I was like, for the love of Jesus.
You're falling apart.
I'm falling apart. I get leprosy. I think I'm a leper. I think I'm actually a leper.
Do you think you have?
And then all my teeth are very sore. Oh, my teeth. I have to go to the dentist at 12 o'clock today. And then I'm afraid he won't see me because I have...
Maybe you have a deficiency.
I've got herpes on my face.
Maybe you have a deficiency.
I think I have... Oh, I definitely have a deficiency. And now, just before we started, I got pain there. Right, me ribs. I was like, you ever get pinch rib? Do you ever get that pinchy rib feed? Do you ever get that?
Do you know what Chelsea could be? Hypochondriac.
No. I tell you, I have... pinch rib, and my knee is sore from running last week, and my heels have been at me for 2 months, 4 years now, I think.
Is there any bit of you works?
My arse is alright, which is good. So I'd like to be...
Jesus.
That's all I always think.
Well, it's certainly... The reason that works, because it gets enough fucking use.
It does, yeah. No, it's proper it's used, like, you know what I mean? The day you lose control of your own hole, that's a bad day now. That's a bad day.
You know, you remind me of a mate of mine, but he has the excuse of being fucking really old.
I am really old, what are you talking about?
He says literally, he gets up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
He sits in his bed and he attempts to stand up and he waits to see what works.
I mean, it's brutal.
He waits to see what bit is paining him, or is there anything that's working or not working. So it's like it's every day he wakes up to a new experience.
A new experience. Then maybe the hands don't work today, or the feet do. And maybe the next day, you know, the head will work, but the ears won't, or something like that. Yeah. Age is a terrible thing. Well, I don't know.
It is a fucking terrible thing. I tell you.
It's like I've got something from the head up, from the neck up. I've got very terrible problems from the neck up.
Well, I don't know. You're complaining about your knee, your side.
Oh, but they're all problems. This is a whole new thing. You know what I mean? The knee and the side that was new. This pain.
Well, considering you said it only happened before we started
just
the podcast.
Now, a minute there ago.
How fucking new do you want?
I was laughing at you for doing all the work on your own, and then I got pain. I got a pain. I was
That's karma, that is.
Yeah, I was there. Oh, look at Jim has to do all jeez.
Do you know what that is? That's the voodoo doll I have of you under the desk that I keep jabbing every so often.
Sticking his hair clips in it. You know, the thing. This is the voodoo doll.
I think the one thing I don't have a lot of is hair clips.
Well, for the plaits.
Oh, man.
Would you ever do that?
Well, no, but the age thing, you're right about the age thing. And I tell you something, you think it's bad now.
Yeah.
Wait till you hit 50.
Is it that dramatic? Because I remember things people saying to me about 40, and there is a dramatic change.
Yeah.
Like the day you're 40, of course, it's the exact same as being 29.
Well, as I said to you, the day you're 40 is the day you feel a draft. Officially, you're an old person when you feel a draft. You feel a draft. That's it, you're gone, you're old.
You get a chill and all. You get a chill. And my arms are cold, but the rest of me is grand. What's that about?
Yeah.
Why are my arms cold?
Yeah, exactly.
You ever get that?
Just, no, are you cold? No, I'm grand. It's just my hands. Just my hands.
Yeah, just my hands.
Do be at me. My extremities, you know, my extremities.
Me thighs. I got a drag because I got a wind on my thighs. Do you ever get that?
What'd you get? On
the thighs.
I get that. Cold thighs.
Yeah. And you're like, what's that going on?
You know what that is? That's where you're wearing those jeans. You wore a proper pair of trousers.
Someone comes in, it looks like you're doing Mr. Motivator in front of the telly.
Yeah.
Like you're doing your up and down, rubbing yourself, and it was like, not rubbing, you know what I mean. Jeez, to make it sound much worse.
It's like I always get abuse in here because I'll do that thing. I'll rub
you're always rubbing your hands.
My hands are always cold.
He's like Scrooge McDuck. It's like, I love a lottery ticket. No, that's like, but it's because you're cold.
It is.
Yeah.
But the thing about the 50 is the one that fucking blew me away.
Oh God,
is the peepers.
Oh, I'm dreading this.
Because I went for an eye test. Was last year, was it?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it was. Because it was actually right at the start, before the heavy pandemic shit hit.
We fell into this bullshit, yeah.
And I went for it. And And your woman actually said to me, she said, like when she asked me age, she said, God, she said, you did well, you got away with it for a good long while.
Oh my God, I'm terrified.
Said,
that's awful that she said
which
that.
Which kind of threw me, because I was thinking to myself, well, not everybody ends up fucking, do they? But apparently the old idea of a you know, reading or whatever they call it, basically your fucking eyesight, you know, you start to end, your arms stop being long enough.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, what's that?
Oh, jeez.
And I tell you, and the best part is when you go through that phase of denial. Right, which you go through. So you pick up a bottle or a can or something that you know you normally would have read, and you're looking at ingredients or you're looking at whatever, and you start doing this thing now where it's going, and you're pulling it away, and then you're going, just shine off this, shine the light here, and you're leaning at every angle. The light in here is terrible, isn't it?
So, the light in here. What bulb are we after putting into that thing? It's all yellow and all. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
It's a nightmare.
I'm terrified of this because, you know why? Because I've always prided myself on my eyes.
Yeah.
My eyes are the only perfect thing.
I always thought I had brilliant eyesight. And in fairness, they tell you, no, look, your eyesight's great.
I've very sexy eyes.
Have you?
Oh, women look at my eyes and they start melting. They fall over and all. They fall over now. If I was just wearing a balaclava, I'd be the best looking man in Ireland. It's all the rest of the face lets them down.
Wow, is that it?
Yeah. If I had a balaclava, I'd be the sexiest terrorist in the world. If I had, I'd be there like that. Honestly. Yeah, honestly, if someone would say, if I was a bank robber, right?
Yeah.
And there was a woman there where she was working in the bank, right? And they says, can you describe him? She'd say, the eyes, I swear to God, I fell in love with him. I wanted to give him the money, I'd say. I wanted to give him the thing is, they see the rest of my face and the whole thing goes to shit. Is that why you became a
motorcyclist? So you could wear a helmet with only a visor that would show your eyes?
Very sexy eyes, yeah. I love looking at men's cars and all going, hello there. I bet you wish you had eyes like mine, don't you?
When did you discover this?
You might have 100,000 eyes. Oh, I've always known about my eyes.
Was it when you walked in wearing your helmet and women slid off their chair?
Oh, I was watching women and all. They were I've never, all my life. I've been complimenting my eyes all my life.
Wow.
And my eye, at 20/20 perfect vision.
Right.
Everything else about me is fucked. My face is weird. My ears are uneven. My tongue is tied at the front.
So all
I can
the
barely
effort.
talk. I talk through my nose. You know what I mean? My knee is fucked. My heels are wrecked. I've got pain inside now.
Your funny water works.
Funny water. My teeth are sore. I've got mouth ulcers and I've Rice Krispies growing on my lips. I'm awful. But my eyes are perfect. And now you're telling me they're going to go, I'm terrified.
You're saying that basically God put so much effort into giving you a perfect set of eyes.
Perfect set of
that he said, oh, jeez, I'm bollocks now. I should put the rest of them together yourselves.
That's enough. He's
whatever,
there going,
leave it. Just whatever. Just throw the rest of them together. It'd be grand.
So, but it'd be grand. I'm telling you, you line anyone up in your eye, just take out an eye, right? If you took out my eyes and you put them on the shelf with Brad Pitt's eyes, Justin Trouser Snake's eyes, I don't know anyone. Pick anyone in the world. My eyes would win the competition.
That's incredible.
I've very sexy eyes.
Right.
I've looked at myself in my own eyes and thought, you're a very beautiful man, I've thought. And then I've looked at the rest of my face and thought, you're fucked.
Oh, jeez, I'll tell you, we're going to have to use that on the show now. We're going to have to do an eye thing.
Me peepers. I'm terrified, but you're telling me they're
don't get me wrong. Now, they'll still look good to everybody else from the outside. I know, it's just from you looking from the inside. They're shite.
I know, but it's the package. It's the package. It's being able to say I have the perfect peepers. You know,
hey, you never know.
That's the only thing. Everything else about me is mediocre at the very best.
You may end up being the sexiest glasses wearer in the world. And anyway, now you can get all that laser carry on. That's what I'm going to do. As soon as I can find out and afford
it's all fake
how to get that laser shit, where they just come along and they sandblast or whatever they do to your eyes, and they get rid of the stuff that stops you being able to read the labels of tins of beans and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Then I'm going for it.
Are you? Would you do it? You see, for me,
because I look shit in glasses. It's like hats. I look shit in hats.
But I look terrible in hats as well. It's because both of us have very round heads. Both of us have very round heads.
Mine is a little on the large side as well.
Really? I wouldn't have had that.
Yeah, no, because you know the way they do hat measurements.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what they measure them in, but you know,
isn't that like your waist?
Well, probably, yeah. And then, but generally speaking, the kind of, you know, you do a small, medium, large.
Oh yeah, with
whatever.
The hats, yeah.
If you're, you know, unless you're fucking, I don't know, if you're so into your hats that you can turn around and say, yes, I'm a 7 3/8 or something.
Yeah. I think I used to be able to do it because of the helmet sizes, but I can't remember now. Yeah.
But I think I think my head's.
So if you have a very wide head, have you got a head like a waist? Like, have you got a head like? Could you put a belt on? Could you maybe put a belt on? Would you maybe? Could you go to Louis Copeland's and buy a belt as a headband and have the tail hanging down the back?
That would be amazing if you went in to buy a hat and it was like, it's a bit loose. Well, it'd be grand with a belt though.
Imagine you could would that be amazing? You lose your hat. Imagine Jim lost his hat and he just comes in with a pair of trousers, a pair of child's trousers on his head. I wore it as a floppy hat. The zip on the button all fastened. There you go, yeah.
It's like those lads who wear, you know, they wear the snoods and they wear them on their head. So it's like they're wearing a chimney that just flopped over.
Yeah, you're there with a pair of jeans. Flopped over down the back. Jim, what are you doing? Couldn't find my hat anywhere. It's freezing out.
I don't have a proper head for hats. I don't know what it is. I
don't have a proper head for hats, but I look great in 2 pairs of jeans.
Even you know the most basic, like everybody wears baseball caps.
Yeah,
not everybody can wear a baseball cap. I can't. You get lads wear a baseball cap, and it's perfectly. Just everything is kind of, you know, and it's not even there's not a crease in it, and it's all. I wear it, and it's all weird. It's all stretched out, and it's just awful.
I wear a baseball hat, and it does look like you put it on a football. Like it does look like a football wearing a hat. It does. And the only thing I think what I can get away with, actually, I think you can definitely get away. I've seen you with one as well. The paddy cap. As you get, I think, but age. Right. You come into age with that. Like, you know the way there's an age, you have to stop wearing baseball hats.
No, but you wear a paddy cap and you wear it well because it's the cap. It holds its cap shape. But I put a paddy cap on and I end up wearing a paddy cap with a dome in it.
A paddy dome?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not convinced.
I see you wear those hats. I think you went horse racing and you had it on.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a picture of you and thinking it really suited you.
Yeah.
You know
Whereas the lads who were with me when that was bought described me as, well, I can't. Yeah, I have to be very politically correct about what descriptions you use of you know, nowadays. But
I thought you looked
less than complimentary.
Oh, I thought you looked very well. Now, at the same time, you could have tried.
Let's just say they were implying that I could get a free trip to Disneyland. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really? You were getting all that?
I was getting all of that.
Ah, that's very unfair. I would have thought you were. If anything, I would have said that you're. Maybe I'd say, "Hey, Jim," and you go, "I'm not Jim, but if you want to meet me around the back, I got some great goods." You know, there was a bit like San Francisco sort of.
Yeah.
You know, San Francisco's private detective, maybe.
What sort of watch you looking for?
Yeah, you know that you look like, you know, those private detective films. You look like that, and you know, I goes, I'm gonna go to the races and see if I can find Quick Draw McRaggett and see what he's up to. And then you like walk around with the collars of the thing up and the hat, and you're like, I saw Quick Draw McRaggett put 7,000 big ones on the flying mosquito. You know, so it kind of like.
I'd have loved. I tell you what, I'd have loved.
I'd have
loved to have been able to wear a Trilby.
Oh,
and go around looking like fucking. The name's Sam Schmart. I'm a PI.
Wouldn't you love that? Wouldn't you love to be able to wear a hat you want?
I walked into the joint. It's just anyway. That's enough of that.
We often talk about that though, like the way we have to be careful, right? We talk about this on this very podcast. Like I told you about wanting to buy that Mac. I saw the lads wearing them Macs and they looked fucking amazing. They were like, the cut of them and the shape and the body, and they wore them and they had sort of shorts, and even some of them, one of the lads, he looked amazing. He just had a plain t-shirt, a v-neck jumper and this deadly sort of like real mod kind of looking on. And then I went in to put it on and the woman in the shop started laughing and I says, look, I look like a fella who should be cleaning up in the hospital, don't I? And she said, yeah, you do. I don't know why, but you do.
Oh my God! And she's tried to sell it to you.
Yeah, but she was laughing. Oh, she wouldn't sell it.
I know. I couldn't. Be conscience wouldn't.
My conscience wouldn't let you walk out. There'd be people out on the road asking if you'd picked up the cups in the restaurant outside and everything. You know, I look terrible. So we have to be conscious. You know, the likes of what we're always taught. Remember, I met your man in his Aladdin pants, Robert Sheehan.
Yeah,
he can wear anything.
Yeah,
like he can wear anything. He could put on a Trilby hat and a tracksuit and wear socks on his hands and go to a restaurant, and no one will even talk. The people go, look,
and what they'll glance and they go, God, he's a good-looking fella, isn't he?
Yeah.
They'll say that.
And he'd be wearing Velcro shoes and a velour tracksuit and a Trilby hat. And he'd look amazing. Yeah. Imagine any of us.
Because you know something? Do you know what was on yesterday? So this is a Thursday we're recording the podcast, right? So last night, that Man City game were on. They were playing Swansea or something, right?
Yeah.
And Pep Guardiola walks out, right? Now, obviously, he's a man used. He's a Catalonian and whatever, and he's used to the heat and whatever. So he had the woolly hat, big scarf, his jacket on, and everything. And he walked out, and it wasn't sort of like they weren't designers. It just had, and he looked fantastic.
Looks amazing. Yeah,
you look at him,
and
you think,
smart.
He's a handsome man. And now, listen, I don't know who the Swansea manager is, right? And with all due respect to him, just to be fair, I mean, people in glass houses, no more than myself. It was a different look.
Oh, you can
imagine. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying some people can carry it off. No matter what it is, they'll carry it off.
Definitely. And other people, and it's not. And some people, They're good-looking people.
Yeah.
But they have to be careful what they wear. That's why Mick McCarthy always wore a tracksuit, because his face was sort of like 3 foot long. So he knew if he did that, people would be laughing. Very good-looking man, Mick McCarthy. Very tall. Lot of presence about him. Great personality and all. But always wore a tracksuit, because you knew if he came out in a suit and all, he'd be there going, look at your man. Look at the giraffe. The length of his toilet. His toilet's about 4 foot long going down to his knee. Look at the staving. You know, so he wore a track. You just had to be a bit more careful with what he did.
Exactly.
At the time. Jose Mourinho is another brilliant example.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You see that in the football management thing. You see the Jose's and the Peps, even the Carlo Ancelotti's, who looks like a mafia boss. And they're ultra cool. And then they go to the British, or this side of the world, this kind of, Britain, Ireland, fucking whatever. All that
colder countries where people are weather beaten within an inch of their lives.
And they encounter lads who look like. Do you know what I mean? Like if Peter Beardsley went on to management and stuff.
Like Peter Beardsley looks like a talking can of beans, doesn't he? He looks like a can of beans with a mouth. That's like that, and that's the thing. He has to be careful what he wears when he goes out. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't want to bring. You got it. That's the thing. You and me have to concentrate on our attributes. How do I bring?
You have to dress to suit.
Dress your attribute. Yeah. You got to go right. Well, Jim, you look at Jim and you say very good looking man, quite with big shoulders and broad chest and so. Your presence, so Jim wears stuff, buttons and V-necks and all, looks fantastic and all. You know what I mean? That's why you wear which way you look very well. All that.
Right. I'm waiting for what's coming on this. I can tell you.
No, that's it. That's it. I wear stuff that brings out my colours of my eyes because I've got delightful peepers. Very sexy eyes. What you should wear blues to me, so people go, look, keep looking.
Accentuate your eyes, right?
I like wearing blue because.
Do you know what you should start wearing? You should wear almost like the equivalent of the old style convict things with arrows that just point at your eyes.
That's a fucking brilliant idea.
You should just have so that if people look at you, they're naturally drawn to your eyes. And they go, what colour was he wearing? I don't know. I got lost in his eyes.
Do you know momentarily. I'm going to go back and buy that Mac that looks like it belongs in the hospital and put loads of arrows pointing up. So when they look at me, I can go, what the oh my God, look at the eyes on him. I see what he's doing. He's trying to make us look anywhere but else. Or else maybe I'll just cut my fringe back to within. The way some like you get lads wear wigs, right?
Yeah.
And their wig looks mental, so they're always looking right in your eyes. Do you ever get there?
That's because...
So they look right in your eyes because they're looking to see if you look up.
Exactly.
They're looking to see, don't you fucking look up now.
It's like the equivalent.
Don't you look up. And then they might slag someone else's hair to even to test you. Do you ever get that? They'd be like, do you see that man over there? You see him? The ginger lad, he looks ridiculous, doesn't he? And then they stare at your eyes. And you're going,
that's the male. That's the male equivalent. The lad with the wig, right?
Yeah.
Who's he's holding your eyes to see if your eyes go. That's the male equivalent of the woman in the low cut top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's staring at your eyes, waiting for making sure your eyes don't drop down.
And you're going, geez, don't look at her tits, don't look at her tits, don't look at her tits, don't look at her tits. And then she goes, don't look at whose tits. And you're like, oh fuck's sake.
I said that out loud.
I said it out loud. So you say to your man, don't look at his wig, don't look at his wig, don't look at his wig.
Who's wearing the wig?
Who's wearing the wig? The red-haired fella, isn't it? Stave. Then he walks away thinking, he thought my hair was all natural. Tell you something.
It's a good job he didn't look down at me tits.
Yeah. And then he goes, you see a man over there with the fake eyes? Stupid.